Hello, welcome to the Vector Garden. So in a few weeks it's Adobe Max, and let's make an Illustrator special for Adobe Max using 3D effects. Now there's this page in the Adobe support community about troubleshooting error messages when applying 3D and materials to objects, and it lists some unsupported objects. So apparently when we have a single anchor point object, then we cannot apply a 3D and materials effect to it. I think that's a good reason to just do that. So let's go to Illustrator and let's start with the single anchor point, this one here. So this is just a point, and I'm going to open the document info to just check that out, and we're going to turn that off. So you see in this file we actually have just one path consisting of one point. So let's select that and let's apply a 3D effect to it. But first we need to have something that we can see. And we're going to create that. So let's go to the Appearance panel and let's have some fun. I'm going to first of all turn off that stroke, and let's make this here in red. Okay, still invisible. Let's change that. So let's go to Effect, Convert to Shape, Rectangle. We're going to make a rectangle, absolute, and we're going to make it 65 by 200 pixels. The numbers don't matter a lot, but we have to just write them down because we need to be a little bit precise in this. So because we need to move that later, and that's why I'm using the precise numbers here. So just like this. And the next thing is I'm going to move that slightly. So let's go to Effect, Distort and Transform, and move that up. And let's check it out. So we're going to need to move that 100. So like so. So the rectangle sits just on top of that anchor point. The next thing, I'm going to use the free distort. And the free distort is not precise. So you can't input numbers there. You can just move the controls and then hope that this works. And let's make it like this. And that looks nice. Okay. So the next thing is we are going to duplicate this. So let's move it down here. And then let's add another transform effect to it, like so. And in that, we are going to reflect it, like so. And then let's move it. Okay, that's nice. And now we need another one of those. So let's duplicate this again. But this time I need a different rectangle, and let's make this 80 by 45. Okay, like so. And let's see, I don't need this one. And let's go to the transform effect. And this is just 84 high. So let's move it here. And let's get into the free distort. And you see everything vanishes. that's just how this works. And I can't grab the handles, so let's cancel out of here and just delete it like so. And let's apply a new one. Free distort like so. And we don't even have a preview because it's just free distort. So like this. And let's move this to the right. No, not to the left. This needs to stay at 25, but we need to move this here. Like this. Great. And in here, slightly down, like so. So there we have it, the Adobe logo. And now we can have a 3D effect. I'm going to select this up here because the 3D effect needs to be applied to the complete thing. And let's go to Effect, 3D and Materials, Extrude and Bevel. And Illustrator takes a while to render that. There it is. And this is it. And you see, still one anchor point. So let's go to the document info. And let's check it out. And you see just one path, which has 1 point. But we have a 3D and materials effect applied to it. And of course, you can set up the options here. I'm not going to do that because it will take a lot of time to render, which has nothing to do with the fact that it's just one anchor point. But it's just the computer, which is not the fastest one. So I leave it like that.